Ya boy is back. So last time I did a D&D video, I was describing the last two campaigns that I had, but I've just recently hosted a third one. So I think I should give you guys a little update. We planned on streaming the last one, but it didn't work out so well. So I tried live streaming it on the channel, but I was unable to do it. And then we decided, hey, we'll just record it. But then my phone ran out of batteries, and we tried to hook it up to the tripod, and that didn't work out. And so it was a vertical video. Then I tried doing the audio, and the audio was just awful. Mace is worth 5 gold pieces, and a dagger is worth 2. So you can trade in your mace, get a dagger, and 3 gold pieces.
I'll do that.
How much
Yeah,
is
do
the
that.
Morning Star?
Can we
What?
upgrade?
How much is the Morning Star?
Morning Star.
It's
What?
right to
Here,
the
let me just do it for you. If you guys don't remember from last video, there are 5 members in this group. We have Thorax, who is a halfling rogue, Quiverwall, who is a dragonborn bard, Robin, who is a half-elf wizard, Tabika, a full elf cleric, and Jonathan Ice, our human fighter, who was unable to join us for this campaign. We started right as we left off. Thorax, the halfling rogue, executed a prisoner who was part of the Red Brand gang. After the execution, the NPC Sildar Hallwinter offered the party to go after Iarno Albrecht, a missing wizard who disappeared somewhere around the Red Brand hideout, so they would go investigate the Red Brand hideout. After resting and buying equipment, they finally made it to the Red Brand hideout. They stealthily barged into the hideout, killing some Red Brands, and there was some undead that came after them. They also found a storage container filled with a bunch of red cloaks. If you guys don't know, the Red Brands, this gang, use red cloaks as sort of like their uniform. So now that they found this closet full of weapons and red cloaks, they took some of the weapons and donned the red cloaks. They later came across sort of like a dungeon with 3 poor commoners being guarded and taunted by these Red Brands, who the commoners were locked up with neck braces, chaining them to the wall. Since the party had the red cloaks on, they were able to deceive the guards into believing that they were actually part of the gang, and say they had orders from the leader Glassstaff to free these prisoners. They later freed the prisoners, then went back into the cave. After that, they found a secret door leading to some sort of cavern. Only the wizard, half-elf, and the cleric full elf were able to see in the dark, since they had dark vision, and they came across a Nothic. This is what a Nothic looks like. If you guys don't know, Nothics are creatures that have telekinetic powers, and they're able to use telepathy to communicate to the party. The party were able to struck a deal with a Nothic. They gave him casks of salted beef and pork in exchange for passage and directions to where Glassstaff is, who is the leader of the Red Brands. They later found out that Glassstaff was Iarno Albrecht, the wizard that went missing that they were trying to find. After that, they walked in on Glassstaff pouring over some work. They were able to deceive him into thinking that they were Red Brands. At that point, they were using Sildar Hallwinter as sort of like a fake prisoner. Like, you know how in Star Wars they use Chewbacca as like a fake prisoner in order to breach the Death Star? Sildar Hallwinter is Chewbacca in this situation. Glassstaff then told him, alright, just put him in the chamber with the other 3 commoners that we have. And then they remembered, oh yeah, the commoners that we saved. This is some good thinking on Thorax, by the way, the halfling rogue. They left the room, and after a while they came back and said, hey, the guards that were guarding the commoners got drunk and released them, so you should go deal with them. And once Glassstaff heard of this, he was pretty pissed off and went to go check on the guards. While Glassstaff was doing that, the party ran out of the cave and were like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do now? As they're talking, Iarno comes out with the 2 guards that were supposed to be guarding them. They're like, yeah, that's them. One of the members of the party promptly grabs Sildar Hallwinter and pulls a dagger up to his throat. They said that, we caught him, we caught Sildar Hallwinter, he tried to run away. The guards were like, hey, those are the people who said that we should have let the commoners free. Glassstaff is like, is this true? The halfling rogue then explained that the guards were drunk and let them free by themselves. With a few good charisma rolls, Iarno believes them and kills one of the Red Brand guards as punishment and leaves the other to live. After that, Iarno and Sildar have an interesting talk. But afterwards, Iarno orders the party to execute him. The party still wants to keep Sildar Hollwinter as an ally and prefers not to kill him. And that's when the cleric got a good idea. The cleric has a cantrip called Spare the Dying, which allows her to touch somebody who is dead and immediately stabilize them. So what she did is when she had the dagger up to Sildar's throat, slit it, and then after that, touched him in like the face area so that he would immediately stabilize, but there would still be blood and it still looked like he would die. She did that and was able to deceive Iarno. Iarno was like, alright, just dispose of these bodies, I'm out of here. After that, they woke up Sildar Hollwinter and explained to him the situation. Sildar was like, alright, how about this? I go back to the Lord's Alliance, I bring back some backup, and we take on the entire Red Brand gang. That has been the campaign so far. Honestly, I cannot wait until the next D&D live stream.